Now watch me boss up. Blockchain's future, yeah, we stacking up the blocks while they sleeping on the tech. We be breaking all the locks. Started from the vision, now we running with precision. Oracle's automation, man, we changing the division. Multi-VM flex, ain't no stopping the ignition. Cross-chain communication, now we breaking competition.
What's up? How's it going, Chase?
Hello, friend. It's going well. Except, actually, not that well. My truck battery died this morning on the way to dropping my kids off. So I had
truck battery?
Yeah, you know, like a battery for a truck.
Oh, like you couldn't start the thing?
Like my vehicle's battery. I turned it off to walk my kids inside of school, or my son Archer. I walked him inside of school, walked back up, wouldn't start. Had somebody jump me at the school, drove up to the car place, and they said, yeah, your battery's dead. New battery. So $370 for a car battery.
Dude, that is bad, man.
That
here
sucks.
In South Africa,
yeah, that sucks.
Here in South Africa, get away with them for $100, buddy.
Ship me one, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and people wonder why I live in such a beautiful home. People are like, yo, you rich? Nah, I just live in South Africa, bro. Cost of living, baby.
Yeah.
Well, sup, everyone. Welcome to another edition of this Sup. This is episode 35. It's the Solido ICO show. Really excited about Solido's ICO. Coming up next week on our Common Fund platform. It's going to go live. Mr. Square, welcome back to the show. It's great to have you on, man.
Sup, everyone. Thanks a lot, James. Thanks a lot, Chase, for having me here again. It's really great all the time.
Yeah, it's good to have you back, man. Looking forward to diving into what is happening, how busy it's been. Got a couple of community questions that have come through as well. So we've got a whole bunch of stuff to get through. I'm in a new spot, as you can see, my bike shop over here. This is my little bike shop downstairs. This is the downstairs sort of room of my house. It is howling like a gale outside, so I thought, no ways, I'm just doing it downstairs. So if you like my view, it's not as good as normal, but we'll get through it.
No, I would really say that for a change, this is better, honestly.
Dude, I said the same thing. I said the same thing. I was like, dude, it almost looks like you're just in like a nice ass office.
Yeah.
Like it's like very, he's got a pool outside of his office. He rides his bike up to his office. This guy is living the dream.
One time I was actually recording an interview here for our podcast that we do, and a snake, while I'm interviewing the guy, a snake just crawled right along there, right over there, along the pavement. So that was fun.
That's I really feel bad about, kind of it's like, specifically for the snake, there is a big taboo that, the snakes are bad, right? I mean, you would see, I also like to stay in jungles, and kind of there is all sort of lizards, but you don't really have the same taboo for lizards. But there is a snake, and it's like
it's weird,
I'm sure James wouldn't mind. He lives in there, so you would know. But yeah, my girlfriend just freaks out every time when she hears about the snake. So that's bad.
Yeah.
Most people do, man. When it comes to snakes, most people do. I just think it's the no legs thing. You know what I mean?
Snakes and spiders. Those are the two things. Snakes and spiders both. Most people hate one more than the other. Like, I don't mind snakes. Snakes don't bother me, but I will smash a spider. If a spider is anywhere in my vicinity, you're getting smashed, dude. Period. I don't even care if it's a good one. Sorry.
I'm the same, man. Like spiders, dude. And we get some big spiders here as well. Like,
oh yeah, y'all get crazy spiders.
Spiders, not my thing, man. Not my thing.
Yeah, same.
Anyway, quick shout out to everyone in the chat. Crypto Site Zone, sup, brother. We got Mumar, thank you. New background, but same house, just downstairs. Moon Boys, sup. We got Jose Roja, Somos el Futuro. How's my Spanish, Chase?
Pretty good.
Yeah, baby. Yugi, sup. Divine X, Valdi Soprano. I like that name, Soprano. That's really clever. Our main man, Super Daddy, always around. Yogi Trader, K-King NFT. Sup, everybody. Mickey Green, appreciate you guys. You guys are kings.
And I love Super Daddy's logic-based answer here, a response. Genetic mammalian history to be scared of those. That's ingrained in our DNA to be scared of spiders and snakes. So there you go. I think reptiles in general, and probably goes back to the dinosaur days, the dinosaur era. Because could you imagine living with those? Anyways, I could go on the dinosaur tangent right now. Not going to do it. Okay. We'll save that for our dinosaur
episode. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Dinosaur episode on the SUP. That's a good idea.
Yeah. But also, Mr. Square, a pleasure for you to be here again with us, my man. It's always great to have you on. Every time you come on, I learn a little bit more about you and Solido as a whole. Last time you were on, I think you got us all a little bit more bullish about the project. And I do not expect that to change this time, especially with your ICO coming up in, a couple days or so. So yeah, I'm super excited. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come hang out with us again. We always enjoy when we have you on.
Yeah.
But moving into the, of course, man, and moving into the episode. This is how we always usually start it. A little bit of ecosystem news and community posts. So let's hop right in it so we can get into the meat and the potatoes of the episode. So first things first is our community post. Res Dogs is the first one. I see him all the time. He is legitimately posting on. I get responses on almost every single one of my posts. I see him posting about Supra every day. So we want to give you just a shout out, throw you some flowers for being a supporter of Supra on the daily basis. So his tweet says, "Yo, your boy had to grab some of those TuneSwap NFTs from Kastara, packed with more utility than you can shake a stick at it. These little toonies are a must-have if you're collecting OG NFTs from the Supra Labs ecosystem." So big shout out to TuneSwap. Big shout out to Chris over there. Also, big shout out to our one-of-one honoraries that are in the collection. I don't think anybody has minted these yet. If you have, why haven't I gotten a ping about it, first off? But I have not been minted in that collection yet. I don't think James has either. But they do have, if I'm not wrong, 5 honorary Supra team member NFTs that are themed in the way of toonies. So a cute little raccoon. Mine is actually my profile picture on X if you want to get a look at what those look like. And I think he has actually posted them on their feed as well, the 5 honorary exclusive NFTs. I think it's me, James, John, Josh, and Jatine.
And himself, I think.
And himself? Okay. John K. Yeah. I think maybe there's 6 of them.
John K, yeah.
Maybe there's 6 of them. Yeah. Anyways, they're awesome. They look like us if we were raccoons. So go check them out. Big shout out to Res Dogs for the tweet, and also a huge shout out to Chris and the TuneSwap team over there.
What a man. Deb Supra has a cool post about Atmos. Now, I think this is actually the first community post we've done where someone has mentioned an ecosystem project and not necessarily directly talking about Supra, but I thought this was really cool. Nice post as well. Deb Supra says, most meme tokens equal rugs. No liquidity, no trust, no future. But imagine a meme trend, you launch a token, it's live on a DEX instantly. No code, no LP, stress, zero friction. Wow, my tongue got tied there. No code, no LP stress, zero friction. That's Atmos Token Studio on Supra. Very cool little graphic there as well. So thank you, Deb Supra. We will definitely be checking out Atmos's Token Studio very, very shortly.
I love it. Shout out to Debs, by the way. Very very active community member for Supra. They are bullish on us. We are bullish on you, friend. Thank you for all the work that you do for Supra and the posts that you make. And also thank you for just engaging with everything I post. Y'all might not know that I see you, but I see you. I'm very in tune with who is liking and who isn't liking my posts. So everybody right now, go like all of my posts. I'm just kidding. Don't go do that. Or do. I don't care. Next up is Mr. Bull Run Supra. Quick and easy meme post from Mr. Bull Run here. Classic meme. Supra will disrupt the current crypto landscape as we know it. Supra, bullish in my opinion, not financial advice. Do your own research. #Supra. So I agree. And also always do your own research. And none of this is financial advice.
Always. Speaking of do your own research and not financial advice, the next post is a little bit of a trading post, but it's not like a major trading post, not a chart and that kind of thing. I just really love the meme. I also love your profile. Supra Cat, that is so cool. Cat World is their account. So follow them on X if you're not already. I should probably check if they're following me. Have a look, Chase, to see if they're following you. I'm going to quickly check. Supra Cat. Let's have a look if I can find it real quick. Supra Cat, where you at? Supra Cat World follows me. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Follow back.
They follow me.
Sup Cat gets a follow back.
They follow me. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I'm
so
like
they
10
said-
for 10.
Yeah, you're 10 for 10. I'm 9 from 10. So I need you to drop a point, man. Supercat says, whenever you hear me meowing, don't ignore it. It's just my way of saying it's the perfect time to buy the dip. Hashtag Subcat, hashtag Supra. Very cool graphic as well. Don't know if you did that. Don't know if you got AI to make that. I ain't gonna lie. Looks like your copy, your text, may have been helped out with using AI, but that's fine. Not sure about the graphic. Very cool either way, but thank you for the shout out, Supercat.
Meow.
Meow.
Moving on, ecosystem news, baby. Let's start with Evo. Evo is now officially live on testnet. I've gotten questions about this over the past couple of days. People were expecting them to go live. Now you don't have to ask anymore. Evo is live on testnet, baby. The post says, we are excited to announce that Evo is live on testnet. Concentrated liquidity testnet starts on Evo. Choose your range, add liquidity, and master your best CLMM strategy. Make every dollar work harder. So give if you're not following Evo yet, please go give them a follow. If you're not up to date with what they're doing, go. I think their Discord is open as well. Go learn a little bit more about Evo. Go play with testnet. And if you have any feedback, let them know. The team is very open to feedback and suggestions, and they would love to hear your feedback. I always stress this. I can't tell y'all how invaluable feedback is for teams like Evo and just teams like Supra as well. When you work on a product every day, a lot of the times you glaze over things that you probably wouldn't if you were just a user. It's things that you see on a daily basis or features that you don't think about. Please let these small teams know. Please let teams like Supra know if there's something that you want added to these apps or even to Supra's, whether it be website, dashboards of any kind. Please let us know. Feedback is invaluable. So go give their testnet a run and see what you think.
Yeah, and I can give you a little bit of alpha. If you guys are partaking in PBO2, Project Blastoff version 2, Evo's missions are going to be live within the next 2 or 3 weeks, so look out for that. Make sure you are familiar with Evo. You know what's going down. Get ready because there's a whole bunch of stuff coming from them. I don't know if Ryu is very happy about me mentioning that, but hey, YOLO, baby.
Whoopsies. Whoopsies.
YOLO. In the chat here, I got Mr. Seven saying, where can I buy Supra tokens? Well, easy one is starkey.app. Starkey. .app. Get the Starkey app, and then you can buy it using your debit or credit card from the app direct. No middlemen. You can also get it on Bybit. You can get it on Qcoin and Gate as well. A couple of others, but those are the main ones, so go check it out. Mustafa, our main man. Peace, bro. Thank you for tuning in, as always. Martin is busy at work, but he is entering the Citadel. What a man. Saurabh, sup, bro. K5, my man, my fellow man from Africa, sup to you. What a man as well. Super Catalyst, let's go. Fan, yo, guys, what's the issue with Starkey? I don't know. I don't currently work in the Starkey team. I'll have to find out for you. Web3 Sniper, you don't see me, James. What do you mean? Well, I see you, Web3 Sniper. You're right there, my man. You're right there. Soran Muradi, Supra. Believe it, brother. Okay, next.
I can touch on the wallet issue. So I saw a question coming up about the wallet permission. So we made updates to the Starkey wallet, and all those permissions are industry standard. There's actually a article from MetaMask that has kind of talked about the same thing when they make updates to their wallet. So all that's just basically a TOS type of thing. It's industry regulations, nothing to worry about as regards to there. I did see people worried about the data message or reading the data. That's literally industry standards. MetaMask has the same function on there. You have nothing to worry about. I also did want to mention Martin, dude. Thank you so much for being here weekly, my boy. I love to see you in the chat. Man. He's mentioning I did. So if you were in the Discord or if you're an active user in the Discord, you've already seen this. But anyways, I've started an initiative called Community Q&As. Volume 1 dropped yesterday on forum and Reddit. So what this is essentially I'm going to get hard pressed questions from the community, frequently asked questions from the community, questions that are, being asked on a daily basis. And I bring these to Josh and John on a monthly basis. I get them answered directly. We post them for y'all to read and for just them to be searchable on the internet as well. So if you ever do have any questions that want to get reached to not only me or James or Nipun, but Josh and John, if you would like some really questions that are above our pay grade, this is going to be a monthly initiative for me to do so. So volume 2 is in the works. If you have any questions, please let me know. Again, volume 1 has released. Go check community updates channel inside of Discord, and it'll be there for your finding.
Yeah, baby. Mr. Square, before I get on to the next ecosystem post, is it your birthday today?
It was not today. It was a couple days ago. It was on 9th of September.
Nice, man. Happy birthday. What
Happy birthday,
week,
brother.
What a month to have your birthday, bro. Happy birthday, man.
Thanks a lot. I got a lot of good wishes. And that's why I thought that, where to spend the birthday rather than with the team themselves. So that's why I came down, sitting with the team, posted a couple of photos earlier, and that was pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I love that.
Rockstar. Are you allowed to tell us how old you are?
I'm sorry?
Are you allowed to tell us how old you are?
Oh, yeah, I turned 30. I just
Yeah! The big 3-0, baby. Let's go.
Wow.
I'm 35. I turned 36 next month. Oh my gosh, a month from tomorrow, I'll be 36 years old.
Nice. Oh man, big party for you. Big party for you. Welcome to the 30s, sir. So it's actually a perfect generational gap. We got 40, 35, and 30. How about that? Right here on the show. That's what's happening. Thank you for the shout out, V-Lord, for reminding me and letting me know that it's Mr. Square's birthday. Martin, dude, Mr. Square doxed. Unfortunately, not doxed publicly, of course, because Solido are on our ICO platform Common Fund. We have to know who the team members are. So we know who Mr. Square is. We're not allowed to tell you because that's part of their operation. He doesn't want to be doxed publicly. So there you go. Right, let's move on to the next one. This is going to be the first post of 2 talking about the value of some NFTs. NFT sales on Supra right now are cooking. They are popping, guys. So ToonSwap have just shared that a Supra Toonie is currently worth 55,000 Supra. Some bidding happened on Toonie on Supra Labs. Do you think Supra Elite Toonie is worth 55,480 Supra only? Well, look, I mean, 55,000 Supra ain't a lot. Is not a little bit, is what I meant to say. It's not a little bit of money. So, I mean, especially for a brand new project coming to the Supra ecosystem, I think that's pretty decent. 55,000 Supra for an elite Toonie. Very nice to see.
And I think that really goes to show that Chris at ToonSwap has really thought about what he's building over there. Like I mentioned this last episode, a lot of the times when NFT projects happen, and if anybody's been a part of NFTs for any amount of time, this is how it goes. When you mint an NFT project, a lot of the time projects don't know if they're going to mint out or not. They don't know what the funds are going to be like at the end of the day. So what usually happens is a project will mint out and then they add utility and then they start building utility on the back end now that they have funding. What Chris has done is that he's added the utility before the NFTs were even minted. He told you what the utility was going to be before you went into it. So people had their expectations already set. The reason they're buying and holding and not taking these bids for 55,000 Supra, which is, I think, over a 10x immediately if you were to sell that, it's because they know that the utility of holding one of these NFTs is probably going to be more valuable than what is being offered in Supra right now. So I just want to give a huge shout out to Chris for the forward thinking on NFT projects. And this is just a note to all NFT projects. Think about this when you're building a project. Make sure that there is something to come. Unless, hey, if it's an art NFT project, I totally support those as well. But just make that known, right? It's like you want people to know, like, hey, once the art's done, this is kind of it. I don't really have any plans after that. But if it's not an art project and you do want to have some utility or some lore built into your project, I think it's always nice to add that before the fact because it helps build the hype and genuine curiosity behind the project. So shout out to ToonSwap. Shout out to everybody that minted a Toonie. And I can't wait to see what comes out of them.
Bring it on, baby.
Dope. And then I think the next one we have Atmos, baby. So this was mentioned in the community post, but here is the Atmos actual announcement of their token studio. What will you build? So in the post reads, so what can you actually do with the Atmos Token Studio? You can launch a meme coin with your buddies in a few minutes. You can create a token for your new protocol with zero liquidity, snipe new tokens before they pump with their snipe mode, boost your favorite projects to get them a little more visibility. The possibilities are endless, baby. What will you build? Shout out to Atmos Protocol. A lot of our community is really excited about what they're building. And I can't wait to kind of see this form more, get bigger, because I think they have a lot of cool shit going on over there.
Yep, totally. And the final ecosystem post of the week comes from Crystara. This was massive news that came out this week, guys. If you didn't see, it's the biggest NFT sale in Supra's ecosystem to date. It happened in the last week. It really is cool to see. An iconic Supra Bitbot Mythic sold for 1.7 million Supra. And I think it was Supra Daddy who was giving me, no, it was Martin. Martin, you were giving me prices just now. Give me the price on what 1.7 million Supra is. That's crazy. NFT season on Supra has officially begun, is what Crystara say. The highest value NFT sale just occurred at a staggering 1.7 million Supra for the iconic Bitbot Mythic. LFM, let's
holy shit.
freaking move.
That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's like $5,000.
Man, dog. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's 5,000. 1.7 million Supra is $5,000.
Damn. Don't forget, you guys can stay up to date with everything happening, including trades, on Crystara's Discord. The link is on their X profile, Crystara Markets.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Shout out to that person. Do we know who it is? I don't know. I don't know who it is. Yeah, I don't know. Shout out to you. Tag me in your post.
Yeah.
If I don't follow
let
me follow you.
Who are you?
Yeah.
You want to know who you
I'll
are?
bring you on the sup, dude. Come hang out.
Let's go. Let's go, man.
And then so all right. The time is now. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. So thank you, Mr. Square, for hanging on with us there. We know it's a little bit to get through. We just kind of like to get everything out in the beginning, so now we can riff and raff. We can do a little bit of the goods right now. And Mr. Square, again, thank you for hanging in there and just being with us throughout that process. We're excited to not only talk to you, but to see what everything that Solido has going on, especially right before your upcoming ICO. So first off, congrats on your closing funding round and with the news live today on AMB Crypto, Global Crypto, Crypto Market Cap, and others. How are you feeling right now, but especially with it being your birthday? And what does this milestone mean for Solido as you head into the ICO?
No, it's been great. It's been great. First of all, I'll say never mind about, holding on or waiting. Because anyways, I think this is the usual time when I also tune into the SUP. So it's just that I am online on the air as well while I'm listening to the SUP. So really doesn't make much difference. But I always love seeing you guys and catching up on all the ecosystem. And regarding the raise, I'm sure you guys, you both of you know already, right, that you guys have been working with us for a really long time. You know the amount of hard work that we have put into this, right? So of course, these raise came out on a random day, but it's been really the work and the effort of some months that has taken out. And definitely, we are feeling real proud about now finally announcing this to the community. And this proud, it's not just because of the number, but really because we feel all our investors that we have brought into this round are deeply aligned with the Supra ecosystem and, kind of for the overall long-term success of Solido. So I would really say this isn't just a funding milestone, but really a signal for conviction that Solido is building something useful in the DeFi space, because definitely we are not on that fundraise era when, you are just getting, you are just raising out of the hype. It's not happening. You must deliver something important, some important value in order to attract the capital. And this really I would say that it really gives us the momentum to move into the ICO with more confidence and the community strength that is backing us. So definitely real proud about this, man. Real proud about it.
Yeah, good work, man. A whole bunch of stuff in the chat, guys. Obviously, we want to get through what Mr. Square has to say here, so won't be able to go through everything. But K5, thank you for the price. What would that be? Conversion for me. Martin, dude, thank you. Schnittleff, thank you for joining in. Kwan has showed up. We are working with him. But I do want to say real quick, CN says, why an ICO? ICO equals thievery. Well, if you've been following Supra, we spoke about an ICO 2.0, where actually the Supra that is raised is locked and is only released at certain milestones as the various projects perform and deploy these milestones. So we have locked in some protections, don't worry, and we'll talk about that a bit later. All right, so real quick, Mr. Square, for those that are new to Solido, can you quickly tell us what Solido is and why should people care?
So Solido is really where DeFi meets automation. This is how I simply put it. We are building this core foundational primitives on Supra. We have already delivered liquidity staking, stable coins, and yield product. And a big disclosure to our community, the next thing we are actually tackling hands-on is the lending. So we are going to take these 4 primitives that we are building. Now, what we are doing is that we have taken these primitives and we have made them modular, composable, and really, put them into pieces so that it's working as a fully automated on Supra. So, kind of think of Solido not just as this 4 independent product, but kind of instead you can think that you don't have to now manage each of these pieces separately. Solido connects them into one liquidity engine that works in the background, kind of moves your funds, rebalances your funds, and grow your capital automatically. So overall, long term, we would build this liquidity brain for Supra is where we are heading towards. So, DeFi meets automation, liquidity brain of Supra. That's how I would put simply the Solido as.
I mean, that's really exciting. I have been kind of bullish on you guys before y'all started releasing and like shipping. And now that you guys are shipping, my bullish indicator was right. Okay. I love what you guys do. I'm a huge fan of you. I know I mention this every time you're on. But so you called the Solido the liquid brain of Supra's Autofi stack. And so what does that actually mean in practice?
Okay, yep. So we are kind of, building this liquidity brain of Autofi, and sometimes it just sounds like a buzzword. So I will try to expand or, kind of clarify that what really means. So think of it like this, that, Supra has built on this new age infrastructure, right? And what really the infrastructure means is, in the words of Joshua himself, right, how he described it as, that the infrastructure is really the roads, rails, plumbing, and electricity, right? This is what's required for a city. Now, Solido is building the apps and experiences that make people stay in this city. Now, because Supra is the first chain to provide this vertically integrated Oracle automation and, kind of provide this native speeding liquidity flow, we really feel that liquidity flow itself on how chains can happen can be reimagined entirely. So, kind of, let's say, to simplify further, I don't know if you guys follow this project Line from Saudi Arabia. Have you guys heard about it?
I haven't.
So.
Okay, so I'm sure some of the guys have heard. So what Saudi Arabia, they have invested into building this new kind of a city, which they call the Line. It's a very
right. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I have heard of it too. It's one mile long and it's like everything involved. Okay, yes.
I think the idea is to make it much longer than 1 mile, but yeah, I think something in the breadth, kind of what they aim is that people stay, kind of introduce. We all, I mean, not the James here, but everyone else who lives in the big cities, they have already getting habitual of living in this vertical city, right? But this vertical city, our cities have never been designed to live in verticals, right? What the line aims to do is that it has created this new foundational idea that how the vertical living should really be. And if you actually go dig deep into this, it's really efficient, it's really beautiful, the way it can be imagined, right? So anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that like this Saudi's new city line, where this vertical transportation makes cities far more efficient than these traditional layouts, right? Now, think of this the same way that the Solido is doing that for liquidity. We rethink how assets move, rebalance, and grow in a way that was simply not possible before Autofi actually came in. So Supra has actually given up this new kind of infrastructure that requires us to reimagine the way the liquidity can be moved around. So, and that's what we have done, that, all our primitives, whether it's flow, cash, and grow, and the upcoming lend, they are all custom designed for Autofi. And then we take this a step further, kind of, forming a new liquidity center where everything is automated by design. So if you are an investor, you might just have to, define your risk profile, right? And that also Autofi and AI can actually understand by, looking into your wallet profile, right? You are an NFT guy, or you are long on Fatcoin, right? So I mean, of course, I can understand what risk profile you come onto, and then actually optimize this strategy and liquidity for you with these AI-based automation, right? I mean, this was something that was not simply possible before. Supra has enabled that infrastructure, and that's why we say that now for the first time, this city has given us the ability that we can create this liquidity brain, which can work with automation coming in from Autofi and the AI engines that we have been looking to build in for these modules. I'm not sure how successful I was, but kind of this is the best I think that we can define, that the new age infrastructure needs new way of solving these new solutions and problems, right? And that's what pushes the humanity forward, right? Whether it's the line or whether it's the Supra. So really in for that.
Love that.
What he's saying is he's building something that can only be built on Supra.
It is.
Boom.
It has been from day one. Yeah.
Boom. That's why he chose Supra. And the reason he's doing so is because he's able to build something incredible like this. Like you said, they're thinking future, and they're building something that is future proof. And I just love hearing people that are building projects on Supra when they talk about it. Like, it makes me, like I said, I just get more bullish when we do. I'm 36 episodes deep and I'm still bullish. Okay. Good Lord.
35, sir.
35 episodes. 35 episodes deep.
So now, Mr. Square, I'm curious about Autofi integration. You mentioned it there. Your primitives are actually designed specifically for Autofi. What key updates have you rolled out in Solido to boost things like capital efficiency, automation in borrowing and earning? I mean, with Autofi, you guys can build primitives that allow for automated borrowing and earning. And how is the community responding to what you've built so far?
It's been great. I would say the community is loving in the way we are actually sipping in the Autofi, right? I mean, of course, and they are loving in because they are really seeing the real value, right? These values are coming in form of whether it's in the form of yield, right, or whether it's in the form of that they really don't have to move a muscle when they are working with us, right? Now, kind of for the update, a lot's been happening for us on the Autofi integration. We initially started with the liquidations, and definitely the liquidations are keep happening block by block. This is taken care by the Autofi, so this allows that the bad debt never lingers, right? Now, with the launch of Solido Flow, we have notched up the game for our Autofi integration as well. I can boldly say that the ST Supra, our liquid staking token, is probably the most capital efficient liquid staking token in history, right? Because and this is not just me saying, this is the numbers, right? I mean, wow. There is an 8% APY that comes in from the validators. And just today, earlier today, my team was telling that, kind of from the past few days, we have been delivering 7.999%. So there has been literally zero spillage from what you could earn from the validators to what you could see on our protocol. And generally, for the most liquid staking protocols, kind of the 5% of slippage, right? So if someone is giving 10% yield, what you expect actually on LHT is 9.5%. So really, the 5% is really the very common. What we have been able to do this by, kind of come in the range of 0.1% slippage, which is big. Those who understand DeFi, they would know that, that this is a real big achievement. And thanks to, Autofi, we have been able to achieve on that. So I would say definitely it's a big win. Other than that, of course, we are trying to ingrain in wherever it comes for our primitives, right? So Solido Grow is still spilling out strategies, which is giving out 25-30% more yield, right? So that's all happening. We have started building the lending module, and kind of, again, we are reimagining Autofi integration right from the architecture level itself, that how we can ensure that we build this new age lending protocol, which is built specifically for Autofi, leveraging everything that Autofi has to deliver.
Awesome.
Boom. I love it. And I do want to say, K5, that's a wonderful question. I will add it to the questions at the end of the episode, just so we can keep the flow going and make sure we get through the meat and potatoes here that we got going on. So speaking of the ICO, let's talk ICO. And how does the solid raise fit into Solido's bigger vision? And why do it on Common Fund now?
So I'll say that really the ICO is... for us, it's more than just raising funds. I would say that it's about community ownership and community alignment. From day one, right, we have been building with the community. That was always the idea. And I think now with everything is honestly coming up together with the Common Fund, because we are not just, a project which has just a white paper and promising that we will deliver, but we have seen, our community has seen that we have delivered, right? They have trust in that, right? Like Chase, as you said, that you have seen us delivering primitives after primitives, right? And all of this has happened in the last, I would say, 9 to 10 months since we have been building. So people have seen that we can deliver, we can build, right? And now we feel that this building is not going to stop, right? For us builders, we never thought that we will come to the lending protocol, but now here you can see that once we finished up with our primitives, now we come up with the Solido lend as well. So we really think that the building is non-stop for us. We are going to keep sipping where we see the opportunity. And probably it's the best time. We don't want to keep our community hold up for the token, because we feel that it's a good flywheel. And getting them involved early will give the community ownership early too. So that's really the reason that we think that it's a perfect time. And launching on Common Fund, we feel that launching on Common Fund aligns us fully with the Supra ecosystem and kind of puts Solid directly into the hands of community right from day one. And no doubt it's the right platform. So at the right time to let users be the co-owners of liquidity brain that we are building, right? So that's how I think I would put it.
And I kind of love that like, sorry, James, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's all good.
Go ahead.
No, I was going into the next question, bro. I just wanted to know how much is one solid and how are people going to get in? Because as you mentioned, Common Fund puts you front and center of the Supra ecosystem. How much is the solid going to be? How can people get in? What's the timeline?
So I'm sure everything is now coming up together. Next week, we will have the Common Fund page live with all these details concreted down. But definitely, I love spilling out alphas early. So again, I can do that. I hope I won't piss off anyone from the team. But yeah, I think we are going to list at something around 50 Supra. We have... and for disclaimer, just a disclaimer to everyone listening, these numbers can slightly change. It's just an alpha, but we will try to keep this around. This is what we are thinking of. One solid will be 50 Supra. If you are going to be on a Citadel user, you are going to get 25% discount. So that means you will be able to grab it for 37.5 Supra. Our total token supply is going to be 100 millions, right? So we we are a big fan of lesser numbers, I will say. So we are going to keep this as 100 million. Now, if you just want to put this into perspective of valuations, we are following a very conservative valuation approach, right? So the over FDV that we will be raising at will be something around $15 to $20 million. And the idea is that why we have set this fair valuation is because we believe that this will allow us to design tokens for long-term price appreciation rather than making a quick hype, right? So just to give context, Solido is essentially the new age combined Aave, Lido, MakerDAO, and Pendle, right? So right now we have taken these four, right? And these four protocols have combined in more than $10 billion of market cap. That's where they are sitting in. So essentially this gives us, that's the potential we feel that Solido has to grow into. So yep, I think this is enough beans that I spilled in. But yeah, that's what it is. Definitely, I can also add in, now because we have came to this topic, I will also put this in perspective that we are putting 15 to 20 mil of round for the sale, and if you see the fundraise that we just announced today, that has been done at roughly around $8 million valuation, and all the investors that have come into that, they have their tokens vested for a year or so, right? So if you see, it's not a project that has built around where VCs are actually getting something like 10x, 50x or something they are going to dump onto you. It's just that because these guys wanted a bigger allocation, right? And we also wanted to ensure that we have built in the backing before we actually go to the ICO. And thankfully, because we have been building for over a year and we have proven, right? So people wanted to come in. A lot of these Supra whales are also already involved. And we have done a real fair valuation to ensure that everyone should get in at the very right price, kind of. So yeah, just wanted to lay it out there.
Love it. Hey, Citadel users and contributors, did you hear that? 25% off. I get pinged all the time about this. 25% off. There you go. Get involved. So that's all you got to do. And speaking of Citadel, Series 2 is actually now open. If you go into our Discord, you can find it in our most recent announcements. It's also been posted to our X. So feel free to go do a little bit of research and feel free to contribute if you ever so please. And my next question, so as the second ICO on Supra's Common Fund platform, after Super Liquid's massive 188 million Super raise, what are your expectations for the Solid token launch? Like, how do you, I guess, let me see how I want to word this question. How do you see it powering the Solido ecosystem?
So definitely, Supra Liquid has been a fantastic campaign. Definitely. It really showed us the scale of what's possible on Common Fund. So definitely we are not kidding here, right? It's a good scale to be work on. But however, I will definitely say that we do not want to chase their numbers, right? But definitely we are building on their momentum. For us, success is going to be about strong participation from community, right? So we would definitely want that more and more people actually involve in get into the Solid rather than the number we are able to achieve. Definitely, I would say that. Given that, definitely we have we have some expectation. It's a broad one, but we expect that we should be easily able to cover roughly around 100 to 150, maybe 200 mil of Supra. We should be able to achieve, right? So definitely, this is where we are looking at, and it's very possible giving the kind of hype we are seeing with the Citadel, right? So it's definitely not crazy numbers that we are putting in. And for sure, I think for us, success is going to be not the amount of tokens, but the amount of investors that we can attract. It's going to be about strong participation from community and really get in these long-term holders, right? Everyone wants those long-term holders, and Supra has a lot of it. That's the beauty of the ecosystem, right? And we definitely want them to come on board because really those will be the people who will establish Solid as the coordination layer of our ecosystem. So definitely we want them on board. That's the goal from community.
Yeah, and I think it's really fair as well. Actually, someone mentioned, I think it was Super Daddy said, that your FTV is really fair. So yeah, Super Daddy said it's completely reasonable given the market right now. So you guys are doing things right. Also, shout out to Martin Dude, who is now watching us on his bicycle in the Netherlands. Hello, sir. I have a bicycle for you. So thank you, Martin, for continuing to watch. Yeah, very, very reasonable indeed, Mr. Square. And 200 million Supra, that's awesome. It'll be amazing to see if you can cross that big raise of Supra Liquid's 188 million. So rooting for you guys. All right, so we are already 47 minutes into the show. I want you to run us through some of your favorite features. Share your screen with us. Show us what's going down, what's coming on Solido. How does the app look at the moment?
For sure. Let me then share my screen and we will get started.
Let's do it, man.
All right. So I definitely say one of the big things, kind of probably before token or maybe around, we are working on a big revamp of our UI. So because we initially started building with just, kind of the cash protocol, and then we have been just kept adding in more and more features inside of it. It's getting heavier, but still, from the performance wise, I don't think there is any issue. But we are right now in the process of giving this entire platform a makeover. So just expect that real soon. However, in the current shape, also it works very fine, right? So we have a point system that's built in. We have Solido Flow that allows users to stake Supra. We have Solido Cash that allow people to mint or borrow cash. And then we have Solido Grow, which allow people to earn cash onto this. All of these three modules are live. You can see here that how much points and how much rewards how much points you can collect. And with Solid Token coming in soon, I will really say that this is probably the I think the last minute of for anyone in the community to rack up and earn these Solido points. So just head to the Solido platform, stake your Supra, borrow cash, earn on cash. You're gonna earn some fantastic yield, get some liquidity, and you will also get free Solid token, right? Because we are gonna do a massive, kind of we have allocated a good amount of number for roughly, if I again spill the bean, I like to do that. So I think Solido points and kind of this community participation, those who have been involved into our system so far, when we launch the token, roughly 50% of the circulating supply will actually be created by these people, right? Because we know that these people are long-term Supra believer. These guys are the long-term Supra holders. They have put their Supra on the line, right? And there have been a lot of this. So we are making sure that these guys are incentivized properly. And we know, I know, kind of chatting with all of them on Discord, we know that how bullish they are on Solido, right? So they really deserve to be, kind of, we want to be a community and fair launch. So, this is going to be, so everyone listening, it's probably your last minute to rack up as much as Solido points that you want. So go ahead, how you can do that. Each step provides you that. So if you just want a risk-free way to actually go in and involve yourself, then you can just go and stake your Supra. Now this is some crazy numbers, 8.65%, but I'm sure that this is real. This Starkey wallet that just gives the ballpark roughly there is going to be 8% APR. Since we came online, we actually really tracks in that what is the real APY that is getting in from these validators. And lately we have been actually getting at 8.65%, much more beyond actually the 8%. So it's I will say a very much risk-free way. You can stake your Supra, you will receive ST Supra, you will earn these yield, as well as you will earn 2 Solido points every dollar of Supra you have put this into the system. So it can't get better than this, right? So definitely I will say that it's a no-brainer. Go and stake your Supra right now. Now, second thing, for those who want to get involved more into the system, right? You can mint or borrow cash stablecoin against these assets as well. So you can already do that using your Supra directly, right? So you can open your Supra Trove and you can borrow against the Supra. I saw that some of our community was actually asking, and the ST Supra Trove is gonna come real soon as well, probably as soon as early next week, I guess. We are already testing it on the testnet. So once the ST Supra Trove is there, what the flow will be that you stake your Supra here, you will get these ST Supra, and then you can use these ST Supra to borrow cash as well. So you don't have to choose between one, that whether you stake or whether you borrow. You will be able to do both of these with the same Supra that you have. And the platform is really going to be look exactly the same of how you see this for Supra, right? So this is like your dashboard. Once you have opened up a position, once you have borrowed up, you can see that it's like a debt. The cash token is borrowed or minted as a debt, right? So you can, like in this case, I have deposited something like 16,000 Supra, and I minted or I borrowed 22 cash. This is where I will definitely say, if you are going to use cash, do your study. If you don't know how lending borrowing works on DeFi, it's important, right? It's real money you are playing with. We have a lot of education materials that's available on our Discord. Please get familiar with how Solido Cash works, right? So that you know that how much LTV you are sitting at, where you are going to be liquidated, right? So like for example, I'm going to be liquidated if the Supra hits this price. So you should be aware about these. I will say, don't just go blindly into this, right? This is serious stuff, guys. But yeah, it's very simple to use. Just know what you're doing. That's what I'm gonna say. So essentially with this method, once you have staked Supra, use your ST Supra to borrow cash. And then once you have minted these cash, right, then you can go to the earn cash section and you can deposit your cash here. Once you deposit your cash, you will receive Bcash. Bcash is the yield token that automatically grows in the value. So you will see that this is the amount of Bcash you will hold in your wallet, and this value will just keep yielding, but kind of keep increasing on the value. Since our inception, we have been giving 37.94% real APY, right? This is no points. This is real cash that you are getting, right? So, and then of course you get 2 points per dollar, or is it 4 points? Let me see. Yeah, it's 2 points. So 2 points per day you get on top of this APY. It's not, this points is not included in this APY. So just ensure you do that. You are gonna get 2 points per day daily for staking Supra. You are gonna get 2 points per day daily for every dollar of collateral you have put in, and you can earn 50 points for every cash, every time you borrow or mint cash. And then once you deposit this cash, you earn 2 points. So each of these steps give you points. It's accrued daily. So yep, I will say that those who can definitely should go and farm these points. Probably this is the last minute for us. Yep.
And speaking on something that you just touched on, by the way, thank you for that. That was impressive to say the least. But I think you mentioned something like, hey, if you are new to trading, like don't jump into this. Like you need to learn a little bit more about this. I think you mentioned something that y'all have some information on your Discord about this, like maybe some educational content to learn a little bit more about trading.
Yeah. No, it's not about trading. I mean, it's more about borrowing, of how the borrowing and the lending works in.
Got it.
So, but yeah, I mean, there is a user guide that's available. It's just on the left side panel of the application as well. You can see a user guide. Go on the user guide, learn about it specifically. And I will say this is specifically for Solido Cash. It's a beautiful protocol, right? It's like MakerDAO lending. So it's fully tested, fully proven of how it can work, no doubt about it. But we just want that our community knows what they are doing, right? Just don't blindly farm this, right?
Absolutely.
Aware of the risk, right?
And that's super helpful. And not only is that helpful from y'all as a team to get ahead of the questions that are coming, but it's also helpful for the layman that may not really understand and just wants to go in. And a lot of people are scared to ask questions. I think it's human nature. They don't want to feel dumb, especially in a Web3 Discord where most people know what they're talking about. So when you'll have these things kind of lined out for them, it makes it a lot easier for the barrier of entry is kind of pulled down a little bit, right? Because you're kind of letting them understand what's happening before they have to ask or answer any questions. So well done over there. So now that you guys have also secured a huge partnership with the media company Hello Labs, by the way, the guys behind Killer Whales TV, which is awesome. Just check it out if you haven't. It really seems pivotal for expanding Solido's reach. How is their accelerator program supporting your growth, particularly in bringing Autofi to the global audience?
So I'll say that all these campaigns, right, that we are making with, with the Hello Labs, we have been able to, get. I would say that this is really about getting some use visibility for us, right? Sander, the CEO of Hello Labs, they are also one of our angel investors, right? Which makes the relationship even more aligned. And with there are other CEOs of other InfoFi companies as well. So this makes us easier for achieve and gain these mind share. So that's pretty cool. And most of that we are doing in a fully sustainable way. So Hello Labs is definitely helping us take this Autofi global. And I would say not just to crypto native or the Supra native circles, but to mainstream audiences too. So we have seen that Hello has a very good media outreach. They are fully backing us 100%, right, as an investor, as a partner. And other than that, we have also started up our own ambassador program as well. In fact, the form for which is going to close today, if not already, maybe. So, ensure that you have been in there. And I think that the community is loving it, the way we have been doing things. We have started with the Hello Labs.
Yeah, but the big question is, Mr. Square, are you guys going to be on Killer Whales?
That would be amazing. And we have actually a direct entry to that, thanks to Hello Labs now, because we are in the Hello Labs accelerator. We are already among the finalists, as a finalist of this Killer Whales. So definitely it's going to give a lot of exposure. The show is now streaming, on Netflix, Prime, a lot of global audiences. So whether, however it goes, for sure, the Solido is going to be featured on the Killer Whales, that's for sure. But I'd really say that I am not sweating a lot about it, because our focus has been clear that, build, sip, and scale. Media visibility is really a byproduct of a strong execution. So, yep, that's how we are approaching it. But yes, we have a direct entry to the Killer Whales TV show.
Come on. Can't wait to see you on.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I will have to be creative around it, but yeah, you will definitely see me for sure.
Yeah, maybe you have like a mask that's the same as your profile picture or something.
Yeah,
build the box. Build the
like
one of my concern is onto it, that how I can actually get this really bring this to life. So we have.
Well, like think
you
about,
do realize the more famous,
like Marshmallow.
The more famous you get, you are going to have to think about being doxxed.
Yeah. Think about like Marshmallow and Deadmau5, though. Like they pulled it off for a long time. These are worldwide DJs worth hundreds of millions of dollars that were able to do it. Oh, yeah, dude, I'm a huge Daft Punk fan,
right? I mean, the crypto guys have been so cool about it, right? And I think what it just matters is that this is what really from day one Satoshi wanted, right? I mean, ideally that, because these community, these projects, I am not the owner of these projects, right? I mean, of course I am the operator who is working, but with the tokens coming in 3, 4, 5 years down the line, the success of Solido will be me out of the picture, right? That's how we see it. So I'm really nobody. So people don't need to know me, everything is smart contract, everything is laid out transparently and everything. So, I think this is how the DOM should be for building real value projects, which sustain for generations and generations, right?
Yeah, I love that. And speaking of token utility and just ecosystem as a whole, for someone that is holding Solid, right, what can they actually do with it on day one? And how does this plug into the Solido ecosystem?
So we have been, our team has been, these days focusing a lot on to building the utility around Solid, right? I mean, we already have laid out a plan for Solid. Now we are coding this into the system. Solid follows a locking and staking mechanic. So There will be a flexible staking as well. So, you can stake Solid and earn more Solid tokens that will exist. But really, long-term holders or long-term stakers will get much higher rewards. They will be able to participate in the treasuries that we have been building, the governance rights they have. And of course, we are also integrating with these different ecosystem partners and projects that we have. So something like, think of, you will be able to LP on Dexlin for, let's say, Solid Supra pool. Then you will be able to lock those LP tokens for boosted rewards. You will be able to use Solid tokens as a collateral on the Solido lend that we are going to bring on. There is going to be liquid staking for Solid, right? So I just put at that we are building the DeFi powered house for Supra, right? So you can think that the amount of creative ideas we are gonna put for our token itself, right? It's gonna power everything, no doubt about it. So this Solido will be solid token really will be the fuel to power up this DeFi powered house with deep real use cases right from day one. So people will have an amazing time playing around with our tokens. I can guarantee that 100%.
All right, now let's talk nuts and bolts here, Mr. Square. We are running out of time, and there's a whole bunch of user questions as well. So I'm going to try and get through as many as we can here. But I think last two questions from Chase and I. First one is your revenue model. It's pretty unique. One-time fees when people mint cash, and no extra fees at all for ST Supra. That's pretty different from most DeFi protocols that take recurring cuts. How are you guys able to make that work?
So I'll say that, kind of all of our economics, kind of that we have built are built from a first principle approach, right? So sustainable, predictable, and aligned with long-term growth, no doubt about it. As you said, the protocol generates value through one-time cash minting fees. Then, we have performance fees on yield strategies, right? And kind of those. Now, you rightly said that our model is designed, our model is for one-time liquidity. And the real reason why we, I think there is two main questions around it. One is that the one-time liquidity for cash, the one-time fee for cash. And then second is for the ST Supra. I would say that for cash, why we decided to go with this one-time fee model is that because we want to make this liquidity sticky and long-term. So with cash, users pay a single one-time fee, no compounding debt. And why we did that? Because, it really makes the liquidity sticky. There is no really an incentive for a user to pay back the loan. And what it does is that when they don't have this incentive to pay back the loan, the cash is actually flowing around the ecosystem, right? So you don't want to take away the supply. And if the cash is into ecosystem, it's going to be deployed in something like, say, Solido Grow. It's going to be deployed in Solido Lend. So this will be indirectly, it will be creating up the revenue. So we have all of this modeled out. We know that why this is important. And we really feel that this is the way that the revenue can keep circulating and the treasury and the yield system that can grow very well. Taking another question head on is the ST Supra. This has came up a lot of time on our community as well, because we have boldly said that there is no fees at all in case of Solido Flow. So if you are if you are staking with ST Supra, you don't have to pay a single fee to us. Now that brings in the question, that is the Solid token holder, how they are going to earn. They are going to earn because what we are doing is that we are anyways decentralizing the validators, right? So we work with validators behind the scene. We are working with Futura Meridian. We are working with a lot of nodes from the Supra Foundation. We are working with Mobula. So when you stake onto our protocol, we really take these and stake with one of our partners. Those partners are already earning commissions. So rather than charging anything new from the user, we have already done deals with these validators, and we share from the same commission that they are earning. And we actually, as the being on the customer front and being creating the distribution, we actually take the majority of the pie from those. So it's for everyone, it's like 75% of the validator rewards actually comes into Solid token once it's out there. So no worry about that. While we have been ensuring that the users don't have to pay for everything we are building, the unit economics and the token model we have built is surely to ensure that it will, it has a fantastic business model around it, which is going to generate a ton of revenue as more and more events happen on Supra.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, I love that. And we are running quick, so I'm going to get through this last question so we can get our community questions in. So beyond the ICO, what specific actions from the community, like staking, providing feedback, or joining spaces, would help Solido achieve its goals in the coming months? And how can fans get involved right now?
I'll say that, even before or after the ICO, the most impactful thing the community can do is that get involved with our product, right? Stake Supra in flow, mint and use cash. And definitely once the ICO is done, once the token is out, you must participate in governance. You must give your feedback, right? And we believe that as more people adopt these primitives that we have built, the Solid's incentive flywheel will strengthen and kickstart better adoption, not just for ours, but all the new things that are coming on Supra, right? So think about this. Once Solid token is out there, we are going to have the I assets coming very soon. Sub assets are already there, right? And we will have new ways to incentivize people to earn by using their I assets on Solido. So, kind of this Solid token will really provide this community end or create this community owned journey where we want users not just to hold the token, but to actively shape the system by participating in the protocol, participating in the right. Remember that the Solid token holders are the co-owners of the protocol. That's how we are going to put it, right? So if the protocol is growing, your token is going to be growing. So it's as simple as that.
I love that. And I mean, you've explained everything so simply here. That's really what everyone's loving, is how clear it is and how simple it is to understand. A lot of the questions actually that have come through from the community have been answered here, but I'm going to run through a couple of them. If you want to just say, hey, that's already been answered, no worries. So starting off with Sheikh Musa 001 on X had 3 questions. Again, quite a few of them I think have been covered, but I'm going to run through them real quick and you can just respond accordingly, Mr. Square. So firstly, we have cash. Now we have Solid. What roles will both play for Solido? And does one strengthen the other? So that's question 1. If you can remember that. I'm not sure if Nipun has got these questions up. But second one is, can users easily swap cash to Supra or Solid? And third one, what is Solido's short-term goal? What do you want to achieve in the short term, and what's your long-term goal? What do you want to achieve in the next 3 years or so? And finally, my regards to Mr. Square as well.
Fantastic. I'll try to answer the first. I have remembered this so far. Let me see if I remember the second question after I answer the first one. But definitely cash was our first token. Then the cash is a stable coin, right? Cash is a byproduct of the Solido cash. The goal is that you can deposit collateral and mint cash, right? It's a stable coin protocol, right? It's a stable coin product. Solid, on the other hand, is the governance token or the utility token of the ecosystem. This makes you co-owners in the Solido, right? That's how I will put this use case of Solid token. And definitely the launch of Solid will reinforce and get more adoption for cash, because we will be able to kickstart the incentivization flywheel, right? We have seen that in Web3, in crypto projects, incentive flywheel has been really important, right? Like right from the Bitcoin, right? Just every block spitting out reward, right? This is the basic unit economics of the token economics that has been built out. So for surely, we feel that once the Solid is launched, it's going to strengthen cash, it's going to strengthen ST Supra, it's going to strengthen all our product ecosystem, no doubt about it. Second question was for the liquidity. No, it was not for liquidity. It was whether you will be able to swap between the Solid and Supra and cash.
That's right.
So, yep, we are going to set up liquidity pools on Dexlin, and hopefully, kind of while we have that, Atmos and Evo, a few other dexes will be live. So we are gonna provide the ability to add liquidity over there. So of course, you will be able to trade Solid tokens. We will definitely aim to do that at the day one of our TGE, no doubt about it. So we will definitely aim to do that at the day one of the TGE. You will be able to trade Solid tokens with Supra. For sure, you will be able to do that with Supra. I mean, of course, the community can create more pairs like with cash and with other tokens as well. But definitely you will be able to trade with Supra. That's going to be a no-brainer. This was the second.
Boom.
And then the third one was, just wait, I will remember that. So third question was, okay, give me a hint, please.
Solido's short-term goal, sir, and Solido's long-term goal.
Yes. So in the short-term goal is to capture value where we can see in the Supra ecosystem, right? So we feel that we are very bullish on the Supra ecosystem. We feel that we really have an opportunity to create something massive here. So short-term goals, we are very flexible builder, right? So just like you can see, I think for the next 3 months, the short-term goal would be to get the Solid token out there, set up the pools, right? Set up the staking and the vesting and all these mechanics. So there is going to be a lot of work around for the Solid token flywheel. And then, of course, we have also announced in this sub that we will be coming up with Solido Lend. So in the short term, you can see these lending protocols available as well. And then who knows, kind of there is something fifth, or there is some other opportunity that we see in the short term that we are gonna kick in. So these are the short-term goals. Long-term goal is very much clear, right? I keep emphasizing that Solido is building the liquidity brain for Supra and Autofi infrastructure. So ultimately, everything will come together with our AI-based automation kicking in. That's where we see Solido's long vision as. So, yep, I think I covered all.
Well answered.
Yeah,
Very well done, sir.
Yeah, that was great. And so our next question coming from K5, who is also a weekly watcher of the SUP. We see you in the chat every single week. So hello to you. So it says, will Solido have any feature where they will be using the Supra containers?
Yes, in fact, I was having this chat with Joshua the other day where he pushed in that, that just keep building the primitives, right? Become your own DeFi powerhouse. And then we have these Supra containers where you can take this and, kind of take this in as, how I'd put it, like as a side chain on the Supra itself. And this is very possible, right? Because we are not just one primitive anymore. Ultimately, a time will come in when we feel that it makes sense to, kind of expand in the network, the utility that we are building. And Supra container actually provides that. So we will not have to do a massive porting or everything, because we will be porting from the Supra layer 1 network to a Supra container. It's going to be something, kind of very plausible. And Joshua actually already helped us look into that vision, I think a little while ago. So we have been exploring that, but definitely on the short term, we are focused on building up these primitives. But definitely in the midterm, that's not off the table. Maybe, and who knows, maybe it happens sooner than later. So, but yeah, definitely it's in the mid to long term plan for sure.
Yeah, Josh is very bullish on containers, so good to hear it's part of the plan. All right, so 2 people asked the same question here. Second to last question for today, everyone. It comes from Danielson in Juguna. Sounds like that could be Kenya area, east coast of Africa. I'm imagining, forgive me if I'm wrong, Danielson. Also, Valdi of Soprano family, love that name again. Valdi and Danielson both ask this, Mr. Square, what's the conversion between Solido points and the Solido token?
I don't have right now the exact numbers. We are gonna announce that shorter to the TGE once that's ready. But definitely, as we said on this sub before, once we are out with our token, roughly 50% of the tokens in the circulating supply will be given out for as the pre-TGE community members, right? So the massive supply is gonna be allocated towards it. This is only what I am to talk about at the Liberty. So yeah, let's put it that there. Stay tuned on our Discord. It's not far. If you have supported us so far, you know that it's all coming up together now. So just a little bit of patience, and you will have all these information real soon before our TGE.
Fair enough.
Yeah, love it. And I think this is the last. Is this the last community question? I think so.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So from our boy Martin Dude, who is also a weekly viewer of the SUP and a very active community member. So he says about cash, it used to be 1 USDC and now it's not very stable. May I ask, what is the issue here, please?
So what we have been doing is that so far the pairing has been done with Supra, and the Supra token itself has been creating high volatility. What really we have been waiting in for is creating a pair and getting the integration done with a major stable, such as, we have this discussions earlier, and we have been thinking of creating this with SUP USDC, and once the IUSDC is live, then creating up a pair with that. So that will actually ensure that cash price is pegged to USDC. This is really about, I will say, the mechanics of how a stable coin works, right? So you would say that it's not giving $1 value on Dexlin, because what Dexlin on Dexlin, what happens is that Dexlin creates a secondary market, right? And secondary market changes the price depending upon the will. But I know that's not ideal. We want that the secondary market should reflect the price. How, just like the same way, if you are on the Solido platform, you are going to borrow cash at $1. You are going to, when you are going to repay or when you are going to close Trove, you are going to get the $1 value. When you are going to stake it to earn, you are going to get $1 of value. So everywhere in the Solido ecosystem, it is treated as the $1 value. Now, definitely on the secondary markets like Dexlin, the prices change. And the reason is the price change is because, as we said, it's currently linked with something like, a volatile asset like Supra. So think of how AMM functions is that AMM prices something like, say, 1 cash is equal to 300 Supra. Now, if Supra, the value of Supra changes, this 300 Supra value also changes. That actually creates a price fluctuation. We feel that this is now, honestly, we have a redemption mechanism that's built in, most of our community that has been here from the day one, they know that we have been able to stabilize the price very easily by doing the redemptions, but that's not something we have been choosing to do right now, because we have seen that anyways, there are leverage traders who are using the cash by dumping it for Supra. So we feel that it's not the right time to actually resort to the redemption mechanism. What we are doing but trust us that we are onto this for Solvit. Know that it is stable as dollar, because let's talk numbers, right? So right now there is $127,000 worth of cash out there in circulation, and it is backed by, I guess, roughly around $400,000 of assets. So we can definitely honor each and every one of the stable coins that we have minted, right? We can triple honor if we want, right? That for all the stable coins that
I'll take that triple honoring.
and actually, this is an opportunity. We have seen that a lot of these guys have been just relentlessly, keep buying cash, because they know that, once it's paired up with SUP USDC, this is going to easily come back to the price. So the DeFi users who are avid DeFi users, they already know how to take up of this opportunity. But I will say, as long as you are staying inside the Solido ecosystem, right? You mint cash, you repay cash, or you stake cash, everywhere it is honored at $1. There is no risk around that, right? Only if you are looking to sell cash on Dexlin, then you will see a price fluctuation around it.
All right. No, that's fair enough, man. And that's really well answered. And I think it really gives security to people to know that It's triple backed at the moment, and that's really important. So, Mr. Square, thank you so much. What a great show. This has been amazing, incredibly insightful. Quick response to Valdi again, Soprano. They just asked what happened to Supra that you raised from Common Fund. Just want to answer that. Common Fund is actually Supra's launch pad. Supra built Common Fund. It's our launch pad. So they are raising their token sale via our platform, Common Fund. So it's not outside of Supra. This is a Supra built platform. Just wanted you to know, Valdo. Thank you. But guys, what a great show. Amazing. How is an hour and 22 minutes gone by so quickly?
It is. It always flies by so quickly.
Crazy.
It does. And I'm sorry for keeping you 22 minutes over. I know you probably have a lot to do. It's probably late for you as well. You're probably hungry for dinner if you haven't eaten late yet. So thank you for hanging out with us a little bit longer than we expected. But when we have you on, we always go over because there's so much to dive into and your answers are so in depth and actually like they are needle moving. And what I mean by that is like the answers that you give to these hard questions, like almost make more sense, and they help the community. They help more people fall in love with the product that y'all are building. So thank you for being so insightful, like James said. Thank you for being so knowledgeable about the subject, and just thank you for coming on to the SUP again, man. We love having you on here.
Yeah, thank you so much, gents. It's always a pleasure, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Square. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. As you can see, someone did comment. I went from light mode to dark mode as usual here in spring right now, South Africa. You guys can even see what my light source is. It is this ring light over here. Where is that thing? There we go. Got my ring light reflecting off the glass. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Chase, great show. Next week, it's birthday show for you, boy.
No, next month.
Oh, next month? I thought you said next week. Okay. All right. Well, still, I was going to open a beer for you next week, but I'm going to open.
Oh, hey, no, it's actually my birthday. We'll open beers next week.
Yeah, let's go. Guys, also just want to say that at the moment, been working with the Solido team. It looks like Friday next week is when the sale goes live. So if everything goes according to plan, Friday next week is the big week. Please keep an eye out on all the platforms on X, all the accounts on X. It's going to be big. Mr. Square, thank you again. Chase, thank you, sir. We'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure. Hey, Mr. Square, I got one thing I have to tell you.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep crushing shit, dude. Okay? Keep
crushing.
doing what you're doing because you're fucking crushing it, my man.
Yep. We are, and we will continue to. So until the next time, brother.
Till next time, baby. I love y'all so much.
Love y'all.
Yeah.
Peace.
Super labs, we taking off. No brakes. All gas. Now watch me boss up. Blockchain's future, yeah, we stacking up the blocks while they sleeping on the tech. We be breaking all the locks. Started from